Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between rolling hills and lush forests, there lived a young artist named Lilly. She was only 12 years old, but her passion for art was greater than anyone could imagine. Every day after school, she would sit in her cozy little room, sketching the world around her. Flowers, birds, and even the trees seemed to come alive with each stroke of her paintbrush. But despite her love for art, Lilly often felt like something was missing, something magical. One bright afternoon, as Lilly was wandering through the market, she passed a small, dusty shop at the end of the street. It was an old, forgotten place with shelves full of strange and unique trinkets. As she peered inside, she noticed an object on a shelf that seemed to shimmer even in the dull light. It was a paintbrush, unlike any she had ever seen before. The handle was made of smooth, polished wood, with intricate carvings of flowers and vines. The bristles sparkled in the sunlight, almost as if they were glowing. Without thinking, Lilly pushed open the door and stepped inside. An elderly shopkeeper, who was bent over his counter, looked up as she approached. "Ah, young artist," he said with a mysterious smile. "You've come for the paintbrush, haven't you?" Lilly was taken aback. "How did you know?" she asked, her curiosity growing. The shopkeeper chuckled softly. "The brush has a way of choosing its owner. It has been waiting for someone like you." Lilly felt a strange sense of excitement in her chest. She reached out and took the paintbrush from the shelf. It felt warm in her hands, almost alive. The shopkeeper's eyes twinkled as he spoke. "Be careful, child. This paintbrush is not just any tool. It has the power to bring to life whatever you paint. But remember, with great power comes great responsibility." Lilly nodded eagerly, promising to be cautious, but inside, she was bubbling with excitement. She had always dreamed of creating something so magical that it could leap off the canvas and into the world. With the paintbrush in hand, she left the shop, her heart racing with anticipation. At home, Lilly set up her easel and placed a blank canvas before her. She dipped the magical paintbrush into the colors on her palette and began to paint. Her first creation was a simple butterfly. As she painted the delicate wings, something incredible happened. The butterfly on the canvas fluttered its wings and flew off the painting into the air. Lilly gasped in amazement, her heart soaring with joy. She quickly painted a tree, and before her eyes, it grew tall and strong, its branches swaying gently in the breeze. Next, she painted a small dog, and it immediately leapt from the canvas, wagging its tail and barking happily. Lilly laughed with delight, her mind racing with possibilities. She could paint anything she wanted, and it would come to life. As the evening wore on, Lilly continued to paint. She filled her room with animals, flowers, and even fantastical creatures. Her paintings became a magical world, a dreamscape of color and life. But as the night grew late, Lilly began to feel a strange unease. She had painted so much that the creatures in her room were starting to multiply. The dog she had painted earlier now had puppies, and the butterflies were swarming around her head. The tree she had painted had grown so large that its branches were knocking over furniture. At first, Lilly thought it was just the excitement of her new power. But soon, the creatures began to cause chaos. The puppies were chasing each other around, knocking over her paints, and the butterflies were fluttering into her food. The tree's branches were reaching out and breaking her lamps. Lilly felt overwhelmed and realized that the magical paintbrush was not just a source of joy, it was a heavy responsibility. She quickly grabbed the paintbrush and painted a new image, a giant broom to sweep up the mess. But the broom wasn't helpful, it just swept everything around in circles, causing even more chaos. Panic started to rise in Lilly's chest. She had no idea how to control the world she had created. Suddenly, a soft voice spoke from behind her. "You've painted too much, young one," said the shopkeeper, who had appeared in her room without a sound. Remember what I told you, the power of the paintbrush is great, but it must be used wisely. Lily turned to him, her face full of worry. I didn't mean for it to get out of control. How do I fix it? The shopkeeper smiled gently. The brush can bring things to life, but it can't undo what's been created. You must take responsibility for what you've painted. If you want things to go back to normal, you must find the courage to clean up your mess, both in the room and in your heart. Lily felt a lump form in her throat. She had been so caught up in the excitement of creating life that she hadn't thought about the consequences. She realized that the magical paintbrush was not a tool for endless fun, it was a gift that required care and respect. Taking a deep breath, Lily picked up the paintbrush and began to paint once more. She painted a small garden, where the tree could stand peacefully and the animals could play. She painted a gentle wind to calm the butterflies and a basket for the puppies to rest in. Slowly, the chaos began to settle, and the room returned to a peaceful state. But Lily didn't stop there. She realized that her imagination, while powerful, had to be balanced with responsibility. She began to paint with more thoughtfulness, considering the consequences of each stroke. She created beautiful landscapes, animals, and even a family of birds that lived happily in the tree she had painted. Each creation was carefully crafted, and with each one, she learned to be more mindful of the world she was bringing to life. As the days passed, Lily became known as the village's most talented artist. People came from far and wide to see her magical paintings, but Lily knew that the true magic wasn't just in the brush, it was in the way she used her creativity to bring joy and beauty to the world while understanding the importance of responsibility. One evening, as Lily was finishing a new painting, she felt a warm breeze blow through her window. She smiled, knowing that her journey with the magical paintbrush had taught her something far more important than creating life. It had taught her how to care for the world around her. And so, Lily continued to paint, but now with wisdom and love. The brush still brought her creations to life, but she no longer feared the power it held. She understood that true magic came not from creating without thought, but from using imagination with a heart full of responsibility. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button. And for more fun stories, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. See you next time.